Hi, and welcome to my channel, Plant Life Midlife. My name is Hillary, and today I'm going to talk about some of my favorite philodendrons, and I have a few. Some are rare, some are not so rare. I love philodendrons, and I've only started getting into them in the last probably 6 months. Before that, my addiction was Hoyas, and I love Hoyas, don't get me wrong, but the gorgeous large leaves on a lot of these philodendrons are just to die for. This one right here is Philodendron Painted Lady, and she is becoming more variegated as I place her under the grow light. She has this beautiful pale green and darker green modeling on the leaves, and I love the kind of crazy growth patterns of philodendrons. I have a red Congo outside who has just gone bananas in the sun, and the growth, it's totally unpredictable, which I really like. So this is a popular one. It has these beautiful red stems, and the leaves themselves have really pretty mottled variegation. I'm gonna bring it up a little closer. What I do with her is I keep her, like all my philodendrons, in a very airy, chunky mix. This is actually the mix she came from. She's from a local nursery who is very careful and knowledgeable about philodendrons, so I don't need to replant her. Some orchid bark, perlite, and it looks like some good soil. They do like to be fertilized fairly frequently, so every week, every other week, I do a diluted fertilizer, and in a later video I will tell you what fertilizers and additions I use. So she's doing great. She's got a new leaf emerging right here, and I just recently put her under the grow light. She had been in morning light, but I wanted to see if I could bring out some more variegation. So my next beauty, I actually have two of these. These are variegated Burle Marx, and I actually am getting another one today because a local friend wants to trade one of my Hoyas for another Burle Marx, and of course I said yes because I love these. This one has gorgeous variegation on the leaves. Some leaves come out a little more green, but it doesn't, indicate necessarily that that's what the future ones will be. Oftentimes what I do is I look at the stem, and if the stem has lighter green in it, you're gonna get some nice variegation. She has a new leaf coming out right here, and I got her just a couple months ago, and she only had 2 leaves. So these grow really fast, which I love about them. They're super easy to care for, I find. I did put a little bit of the Phylodendron that I talked about in a previous video as a topping because it's so nutritious for them, and when you water it, some of the nutrients that are in the Phylodendron will sink down into the water. So it's an economical way of using the Phylodendron and getting some of the benefit. Let me show you my other variegated Burle Marx. I do have a simple plain green Burle Marx too that I love, but I'm not showing her today. So this is a bit of a smaller one, but still you can see the gorgeous variegation on the leaves. This sad little leaf was the first one that emerged after I received her from shipping. And what happens sometimes when you receive plants via mail is the first growth after you receive it is often a little bit stunted. Not always, but I've noticed that. And when I first started buying plants online, and I would get my plant and a new leaf was emerging, and I was so excited, and then it came out deformed or small, I realized that that's not atypical. So if you do get plants online and the first leaf comes out and it's a little bit weird, don't freak out. This one just emerged last week, and it's absolutely beautiful. So variegated Burle Marx, a really great, and they're not crazy expensive either. I mean, they're considered somewhat rare, but not outrageously rare. I think I paid, I don't know, $50 for this one, which is certainly a lot better than some of the prices you're seeing on rare plants these days. This one is a top cut from, I might be too close. This is a Jose Buono. You can see she was kept outside at the seller's house in Florida. So she's got some, you know, a little bit of burn marks and roughness to her, but her leaves are so beautiful and large. Oftentimes when you buy a Jose Buono inexpensively, you're buying a baby. She was actually a top cut, so she's already producing really large, gorgeous leaves. And I absolutely love her. I put her in Phylodendrons just to see what would happen last week, and already she's pushing out a new leaf. Hopefully I'm not too close to the screen, you can see this new leaf that's unfurling. It's just beginning, but I'm really excited to see what color she produces. And I mean, they're just so magnificent. Look at these giant leaves. I mean, they're just, I guess they're probably about 10 inches each one. This one's longer. This one is definitely a foot. So I'm gonna put her down, moving right along. This one is a Phylodendron Gloriosum. Obviously very glorious. The leaves are stunning and dark. I just watered her, so she's dripping a little. With this beautiful white veination on the leaves. Each leaf is just stunning. This one emerged probably 2 weeks ago. So she's my newest leaf, and you can see they emerge a little bit lighter and then they darken as time passes. And I actually have another emerging down here. I got this from the same nursery that I got the painted lady from. So the soil is excellent. I haven't repotted her. And generally when I get new plants, I don't repot them for a couple weeks just to let them kind of settle and I can see how they're behaving. But these large leaves are just, I mean, look at them. They're just, I mean, I can't even, from across the room, they catch your eye, and I love that. It's really a statement piece, and there are a couple of other phylodendrons that look similar to this one. I can't remember their names, but sometimes I get confused when I'm just looking at them. So anyway, this one's a Gloriosum. Then two more, sorry. This is a silver sword. I got her as a 3-leaf plant, and they were little. Look at these. These were the little leaves that I got her with. And a sad little deformed leaf. It actually needs to be repotted because it's toppling. But it has emerged, I mean, some new leaves have emerged that are just, wow, it is really big. It's hard to hold it. I want to show you the top leaves. This one just came out yesterday. Really producing probably a new leaf every 2 weeks. It's just growing like crazy. And that's another thing I like about phylodendrons. So many of them grow really fast. So that's really, I don't know, rewarding to come and see new leaves emerging. The leaves have this silvery green sheen on them. That's why it's called a silver sword. And I guess that's supposed to be a sword shape. I don't really know. It's more like a triangle, but the leaves are just shimmery and silver. And you know what's funny is I bought this plant and I was kind of indifferent. I was like, yeah, they're nice. I wouldn't mind having one. And as I've owned her for the last, I don't know, month. No, I've owned her longer than that. Regardless, each time she grew a new leaf, I became more and more attached to her, and just more, again, with this wacky phylodendron growth pattern. I just love it. It's like unpredictable, and you never know which way it's going to go. And cuttings from these are really easy to cut and then propagate. You just cut below a node and put it in water, and obviously because I'm all into my Phylodendron now, I'd probably try that. I'm not going to cut her right now. I'm just enjoying her large beauty, her beautiful largeness. Okay, my final one. Oh, she's about to fall over. No, stay still. This is a Bernardopazii, and I got her, and then 2 leaves fell off, and I'm not sure why. I think it was just transport and changing conditions. She had been outside, and I moved her inside by the window. But she seems to be doing fine now. She has a new growth emerging. She has these nice aerial roots. Again, this is a Bernardopazii. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I just love the leaf shapes and the red stem. I'm not sure why I like this one so much. I think she's just really pretty. I love these large leaf shapes of the phylodendrons. they really, I mean, they just, from across the room, like I said, you just see them and think, wow, what is that cool looking plant? Sometimes I just like sit here and pet the leaves. I don't know if anyone else does that. I might just be a weirdo, but I just admire the leaf shape so much. And that's why people say, oh, you have so many plants. To be honest, first of all, I don't think I have that many. I mean, like maybe 100 or 150. I hadn't even counted. But just each plant gives me such pleasure in its own special way. It's hard to describe, like, why each plant gives me a different kind of enjoyment, but maybe others out there have the same feelings about plants. That's why you're watching this video. All right, I'm gonna introduce you to my dog. One of two. This is Tyler. He is 14 and he's my terrier, and he was sitting at the foot of my stool waiting for pets. So I'm gonna introduce him to everybody. Say hi. Okay, so anyway, that's my favorite philodendrons for the time being. I mean, I'm kind of in the process of getting a few more. I also have a micans, which I wanted to share. Maybe at some point I will. But for now, I hope that gives you a sense of the beauty of philodendrons, and I'd love to hear which ones you guys enjoy. All right, have a great day.